Hey everybody, welcome to Chris and Matt on Movies. My name's Matt, and today we're going to go into the top 5 best movies watched during Halloween. First, I want to say Happy Halloween to everybody watching this video, either this year, next year, or the year after. And I'm going to go with some honorable mentions real quick. I'm going to go with the Alvin Chipmunks movies that you can watch during Halloween with your kids. It's a great pumpkin. Charlie Brown's a great movie to watch with your kids during Halloween. I would say the Evil Dead trilogy or franchise even. I love them all. They're great movies to me, and they all could have made the list. I would also go with The Nightmare on Elm Street. I would go Friday the 13th, and I would go with the second Conjuring. I would also go with Alien. I would also go with The Terminator. So there's my top 5, and now we're going to kick it off with number 5, and that is a classic movie that most people know just by the words, it's here, it is Poltergeist. The classic, of course. Now, Poltergeist has that perfect amount of scare and creepiness to it that you can show a little kid. And when I say little kid, I'm talking 4 or 5 years old. So I think that's really good for them. I also think it has great acting in the movie throughout, especially the little girl. If the little girl wasn't good, this movie doesn't work at all. Also, it had some humor to the movie that I think we can all love to have, in our lives. And it just has that great setting, that feel to the movie, and I love it. So that's my number 5. My number 4 is the first Conjuring movie. Now, some people might be wondering why you putting the first Conjuring movie into this list. Well, I'll tell you why. Well, the first Conjuring movie uses environment as a big character. It uses that creepiness that you can use with the environment to give you an extra scare without giving you that jump scare that most movies do now. And that's what I love that James Wan did. He makes movies that don't rely on jump scares. We do not need jump scares. Does this have some jump scares in the movie? Yes, there's jump scares in the movie, but we don't need it. And that's what James Wan realizes. So that's why The Conjuring is my number 4. My number 3 movie that you can watch in Halloween season is another classic that people have considered the scariest movie of all time back when it originally came out, and that is The Exorcist. The Exorcist is so creepy. It's so creepy. It gives you that icky feeling when you watch it throughout. And it does make you care about the girl. It makes you care about the family. And making, sure that they're okay. You want them to be okay. So, it's great acting. It has great scares, great story. And that's why it's my number 3. My number 2 is a movie I also love. That could have been my number 1. But we're going to keep it at number 2. And that is The Shining. Now, I had a hard time choosing between The Shining and my number 1 movie of all time for Halloween movies. And The Shining is a movie that will freak you out when you watch it. This movie is awesome. I love this movie. Jack Nicholson is incredible in the movie. Everybody is so good in the movie. Red Rum, it's so scary. That's why it's my number 2. Great job, Stanley Kubrick. You cannot stay off my list. Now, my number 1 movie to watch of all time during Halloween is, of course, John Carpenter's Halloween. Now, Halloween by John Carpenter is so good, okay? It's one of the best movies ever made. This movie will freak you out. It will kind of make you scared, It will make you jump without using a jump scare, if you know what I'm saying. It's not like the loud duh music. It's just someone walks up, touches you on the shoulder. It's like you would freak out. You would jump at that moment, too. He snuck up on you. So that's, a great thing it does in the movie. Mike Myers was obviously one of the greatest characters ever made of all time. He is probably the most famous character in any Halloween movie or anything related to Halloween. So that's why that movie, along with the performances, is my number 1. So now we're going to kick it off to Chris. We're going to let him finish off with his top 5. And then we'll come back to me and I will send you off on your very, very great day as you go and eat candy. So, Chris, take it away.
Welcome to the Top 5 Show. I am Chris. Matt is going to have his in a second. But here we go. Matt just did his 5 through 1. Now it's my turn to do 5 through 1 for the top 5, where we talk about the top 5 movies. Today is Halloween, so happy Halloween, by the way. Let's get into it. My top 5 Halloweens. Coming in at number 5 was a very, very good season. Now, I got some honorable mentions I'll talk about in a second, but let's get started. My number 5, I'm going to go ahead and kick off with my number 5 for top 5 Halloween movies of all time. I'm going to go with a little shocker to a lot of people, and I'm going to go, my number 5 is a very iconic film called Jaws. This movie came out in 1975, and to this day, it's easily a movie where you can think about certain things that happen And it's really something to talk about because here's the thing. I love horror movies. I do. Jaws brought something iconic with the shark coming out of the water and not introducing him for the first couple minutes, which I thought was very good that he did. But that's my opinion. Coming in at number 4, moving ahead in the class and moving ahead at number 4, I'm going to go with The Exorcist. This was such an iconic film when it first came out because here's the reason why. When this film first came out, you never really understand how gruesome a movie was until you've seen The Exorcist. It's such an iconic film and such a creepy ass movie, and I really enjoy it. Coming in at number 3, I'm going to go with a guy who dresses up as a mom, Psycho. There's no doubt in saying that Norman Bates, played by the great character, I cannot forget his name though, but it's such an iconic character. He's such a iconic guy, and killing out the character in the first 45 seconds, spoilers. But so, I mean, it's a great movie, and it's such an iconic film. Number 2, I'm going to go with Halloween. This is a movie that really introduced the character of Michael Myers. Still today, one of the best horror movies of all time. It's hard to really take a look into a horror film and really introduce. And my number 1, obviously, is going to be The Shining. It's no doubt about it because The Shining is such an iconic film, and it's a really great movie. So, and I had some honorable mentions. The Thing is one of my favorite films, and that was very much up there. The 82 remake by John Carpenter. I had so many others. But that's my list. You also go with some other ones. That's my list. Okay, Matt, back to you. You guys have a very safe Halloween. Matt, back to you.
All right, Chris, great list. Great list. Jaws did really surprise me when you put it on your list. Jaws was a surprise. So thank you all for watching very much. If you liked the video, give it a big old thumbs up. Comment below. Let us know what your top 5 is. And also subscribe if you want to see more Halloween-related videos in the future when it comes around next year. More movie-related videos. And, of course, some gaming videos, because we do live stream on this channel, too. So, thank you all very much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.